Now, what we're gonna do is, we just learned how to square up the board. We run it through a bunch of different processes. Now we are going to go to step 4, which is, in reality is 24 to 26. This is pretty easy to do it, but it's also a very critical part. Here's my board, all right? I wanna maintain, this is what I've been doing all along. What I wanna do is, we have patterns. Here's the pattern for this board. If you take a look, this, we could put a handle in it, or I could do what? No handle, all right? That's completely your choice. But what I want this for is, I want these for the rounded edges. So we will provide those patterns for you, unless you did something unique. I'm gonna hold it on there, and the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trace these. Now I kinda have one done right here for the steps. We trace the pattern, alright? We trace all 4 corners. Step 1. Step 2 is, we go to the bandsaw and we're gonna cut straight. I know it doesn't follow the line, but this curve is too sharp to cut with a bandsaw. Cut it straight. We go to, remember our sanding process? Make sure you go back and view that video if you're unfamiliar or you've forgotten. We're gonna round this over using the belt or disc sander, all right? And that would be our process in getting these corners of our cutting board completely done. Now this one has steps for making a handle in it too, but that's your choice whether you want to do it or not. Here's an irregular shape. We still want you to square your board up with the normal steps, so you go through that process and learning how to do that. But if you take a look, this pattern is an irregular shape. It doesn't really require a squaring up. But as I just said, I want you to square your board up. Now this one, once my board is square, I just come up and I can trace my pattern, whatever it is. Trace the pattern down, we go to the bandsaw, we cut it out, then we follow the sanding process from that point on. If you have any questions about this, feel free to ask the teacher.